Hey everyone, it's me again on Things Wonderful. So before we get started, y'all know how we do start. Y'all already know how we do starting off. We're gonna go ahead and take some deep breaths in and out just to release that negative energy that we've accumulated over the week. So let's go ahead and just soak in his presence. And I will be leaving a link in the description box to this organization. Okay, everyone. So the topic for today is, bruh, let go of them insecurities, bruh. You gotta let them insecurities go. And this has just been weighing on my mind the last day. And this morning I just got up and wrote a few things down because it was just really bothering me. And so I want to touch base on this. Insecurities. By all things wonderful. Okay. Allergies, please forgive the coughing. So what I wanted to touch base on is first subject. You can take some things for face value and some things you can't take for face value. For instance, predictive programming. You can kind of take that for face value. You kind of know, like, you know, especially with a lot of these movies and stuff like that and the predictive programming they put in there. Yeah, they want to turn you into robots. So when you see movies suggesting that you know human beings controlled by robots and it being the end times and apocalypse and stuff like that, take it for face value. What I realize is the things they don't want you to take for face value, you take for face value, and then the things that they don't want you to take for face value. The things that they want you to take for face value, we often don't take for face value. Just like this predictive program, we don't take it seriously. Like all these predictive movies and all this stuff. But then the things that they don't want you to take for face value, take for face value. I'm getting I'm confusing myself with that. But what I'm saying is what they don't want you to take seriously, we tend to take seriously. And the things they do want you to take seriously, you don't take seriously. I think that's what I'm trying to say. But anyway, an example of this is that the news, for instance, you can't take that for face value. Dig a little bit deeper, because they only feed you what you want to hear. They will only feed you what they want in the way that they feel like they want the direction to go in. What we find is, especially now, is a lot of us, we have to search for the real truth behind the veil. So that's what I mean by you can take some things for face value, some things you can't take for face value. You can't take the news for face value, but you can take these movies and these predictive programming shows for face value. It just is what it is, It's a lot of movies predicting what's happening and where the world is going now. And so in that sense, you can take that for face value. So another thing I wanted to say is, what I am specifically focusing on for one of my classes is social media and how that interconnects with abuse and violence, because I feel like social media plays a significant role in mental health, abuse, and violence that we see going on in this world today, yesterday, and tomorrow. One thing I came to the conclusion of is that social media is a mental enslavement, because we put down, a lot of times what I see is that we put down people that are really trying to do good, people who are posting positive messages, people who are trying to grow, people who are trying to serve their purpose. We tend to not support as much. Whereas the people who are constantly putting others down, who are constantly belittling others to put themselves up or on a pedestal, we tend to give them high esteem. We tend to clap for them and encourage them, even though they are not doing the right things. And I relate this to mental enslavement. And this is the tactic that they've been using since what I know as slavery. Since slavery, to my knowledge, they have been using this kind of pitting each one against each other, especially when it comes to the tribe of Judah, the Black people. Even like back in slavery days, it was women in competition with one another, thinking they were better if they was a house slave versus a field slave. Even like you saw in, the Django, where they had the men fighting against one another in this competition, and whoever won, got rewarded. And so this type of competition, mental enslavement mentality has been going on since what I know to be slavery. And it's just kind of strategically progressed and advanced since then in different ways. And so one of the ways they do this now, and we almost do this unconsciously. Now it's not like anyone trying to mentally force us to be in this constant state of insecurity and competition and pitting against one another. We do it to ourselves without anyone pushing us to do so. And a lot of times we feel like the thing about social media is that it's not personal. Like, it's not like you face to face with this person to be rude and just to shoot shots at a person. People are getting away, and the reason why they feel so free to do it is because you could be miles and miles away. You could literally not even know this person and still be sending hate and still be shooting shots, even though you don't know this person. You just hating from the bleachers, you hating from the sidelines. And this needs to stop, especially for the tribe of Judah, because there's a lot of people talking about, oh, I want to see my people win and all this stuff like that. But as soon as somebody starts coming up, then you start sideline hating. And you feel like you get away with it because it's social media. And, you know, there's no restraint, there's no rules, there's no proper guidelines, there's nobody to actually mediate or negate this type of negative, demonic, narcissistic type of behaviors. But what I say to a lot of the kids, a lot of the youth that are struggling with the social media bullying and all this stuff, is don't pay the haters no mind. Keep doing what you got to do. Keep living out your purpose. Keep trying to be the best you can be. You might not be where you are, where you want to be in life right now, but if you keep working hard and keep progressing and keep thinking positive and looking on the on the positive aspects of life, trust me, you will and can get there. So do not let these sideline haters, these demonic entities, distract you or get you down or get you depressed, because that is the tactic of the enemy. And we must be mindful, we must be aware of this. A lot of times these haters, they don't want to see you grow and reach your fullest potential. What they want is you kissing their ass. That's narcissism at its finest. There's a lot of narcissists out here that act like they invented shit, you know, and I'm sorry, I'm just gonna keep it real 100 on this video. There's a lot of narcissists out here that feel like because they did something, you ain't got the right to do it. It's a lot of just real petty ass people out here that think, oh, you know, I dyed my hair blonde and then a week later she dyed her hair blonde. She must be trying to copy me and all this da stuff. It's like you were not the first person to dye your hair blonde, bro. And you will not be the last, bro. Chill with all that. That's unnecessary. And that's narcissism at its finest. They act like they invented SHIT and they invented a DAMN thing. You know? They ain't created nothing. Another thing I want to talk about today is like, I ran into this video talking about, you know, providers, and I think I might go ahead and share the video that I did prior to this one, and then I'm just going to add on to what I was discussing about being a provider. Like I said, my husband pays like the major bills, but like everything, like all the decorating, all of like the bed, the mattresses, the tables, the nightstands, you know, like the lamps, all that is what I pay for, you know, and I do that freely. You know, like even with my husband say, hey babe, you know, like I need a few more tanks. I'll just tell him, you know, like, You know, I'll ask him his size if I need his size, but I know my husband's size. The only problem I have is his pants and his jeans, because my husband is really particular. He does not wear skinny jeans. That is a HE triple hockey sticks no for him. And I feel like any real man, ladies, if you're looking for a real man, more times than not, that man will not be into wearing skinny jeans. I'm just gonna be real straight up with you. That's just like a triple no for my husband. He will wear slim fitted pants, but the problem I have with my husband is he constantly changes from like a 34 to a 36 depending. And then, you know, his waist is real slim, but my husband got a bubble butt, y'all. He got a dump down back there. I ain't gonna lie. So that's my biggest problem with my husband. But like anything, like I'll just ask him what brand. My husband is not particular. Like I said, my husband is not like into fashion. He's been kind of slowly getting into that because of me. But my husband, he really don't care. He will take some he'll take some Walmart tanks, you know. Honestly, he's not really into all of the flashiness and stuff like that. But yeah, like I'll ask him, babe, you know, what you want, you know, what kind of brand you looking for. He'll tell me and I'll go buy it. I have no problems with that. Especially when, you know, he's taking care of all the big bills, you know, like that's only right. Like I said, my husband he just got his first pedicure like last week. That, you know, we got together and I paid for. And like I said, like if he wants to go and get, you know, he wants to go with me next time to get a pedicure, I will pay for him to get a pedicure again. I have no problems with that. Actually, I feel like he deserves that, you know, being a hardworking man, you know, he's a physical therapist. He gives me free massages all the time, you know, and I'm like, okay, because, you know, like a professional massage usually costs like, you know, $100 and something depending on the minutes, but I get it all free, baby. So I have no problem with, you know, doing stuff like that for my husband and like, you know, getting him little gifts and things like that. Because he does it for me. And that's what I feel like, you know, how a relationship should work. It should always be 50-50, and you should always come with some value to the household. Like I give my husband peace, serenity, and peace of mind. You know, he knows that he's gonna come home to a clean house and a home cooked meal. You know, and if I don't cook, then I'm just like, babe, where you want to go eat? You know, and if he's not paying for it, I'll pay for it. You know. But I think that's how most relationships should be. You know, you should be able to hold each other down. Stop depending on a man. Like I know it's a lot of independent women. They claim to be independent women who feel like, oh, I pay all my bills and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, can you keep a house clean? Can you cook a meal? And if you expecting a man to have millions of dollars and be catering to you, can you make it gourmet? Make it a good ass meal, you know what I'm saying? Make the house clean, like do your womanly duties. Like if you're not cleaning the house, if the house too big, make sure, you know, the housekeepers are on their job. Make sure, you know, you got all your baskets and ducks in a row. Stop just depending on a man to be buying you these Louis Gucci bags and all this stuff, and you ain't got nothing else to bring to the table but, you know, some sex. And that's all I think I want to share today. Yeah, that's all I want to say. Bruh, stop with the insecurities, bruh. Stop being so insecure. Start cheering your counterparts on. Just because you see them on the come up and you might not be where you want to be in life, stop putting them down, because, you know, that's how the enemy works. That's how he tries to keep, especially the tribe of Judah down, Black folks down. That's why we can't never win, because as soon as one person starts to rise, it's like monkey bars. Everybody like attaching on, trying to bring that person down. And it's like this never ending cycle. As soon as somebody else try to rise to the top, it's like you bringing that other person down. It's getting to the point where the only people that can win is the people that done sold out. Those are only Black folks winning right now, because if you haven't sold out, is we just bringing each other down, and it's really sad to see. So we got to stop this, bro. And I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Y'all already know what it do and what it is. Over here is peace, love, light. Shalom.